And thank you so much for joining us on this Friday of January 3rd. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're coming at you from the fabulous Arizona Center.
We're getting really good at that.
The timing?
Yeah.
I know. I would hope so.
We've been doing it every
if we were
day.
getting worse.
We've been doing it every day. Oh my gosh. Oh, the drudgery. Oh.
The drudgery. Well, no drudgery here because we are actually joined by a very special guest today. We have Colleen Porter here, who is going to share some of the remarkable things that she's doing right now in the world. Colleen, why don't you share a little bit about your work and kind of the gifts that you share with everyone?
You know, I'm more and more coming into realizing the specific gifts I have. They've kind of started broad and now they're like really getting focused. But I feel like, if anything, I'm really here to liberate women and to help them come back to their sovereign selves and to find what they're to do in the world and what their gifts are. Yeah. And one big way I do that is through voice, sound, and song, and help people feel inspired to, and be like a permission slip for them to show up in the world as they are.
How did you find that kind of becoming your calling? Like, why was the thing to focus on that?
Well, it's been a long journey, but you know, I've always been a musician and drawn to music. I got my degree in music. I have always been creating my music my whole life. And as I came to a point in my life where I realized that I was really held back from the things that I really wanted to make happen, and I had all this mental chatter going on of what I was supposed to be doing, and I was in a culture that gave me things that I was supposed to be doing, and we all have it. It doesn't matter whether it's religion or whether it's corporate or it's family. We all have something within us that keeps us from being fully realized and fully in tune with ourselves. Mm-hmm. And as I started realizing that, my music started becoming more towards liberation, healing. And as people were listening to it, they were reporting back to me that it really helped them to feel permission to fully live their lives. And I don't even really understand what I do, but I just know that when women come, they spend time with me, and I share the tools that I have, that they leave just feeling so in alignment with themselves and just so ready to create the next chapter of their life with full on in their own essence.
Well, I'm so glad you're sharing that and recognize that. I mean, that would be a shame to kind of have that ability and not, give that out to the world. So if I wanted to experience that, is that like, do you do a performance? Is it workshops? Like, how do people actually get to sit and work with you and kind of get exposed to those tools?
Thanks. I've done one-on-one retreats or retreats with a little, group of friends or women or some that don't know each other, like customized in Sedona, Arizona, where I live. Mm-hmm. At my place, I have a place where people stay, and for probably the cost of staying in one of the hotel rooms, you can, there in Sedona, you can stay overnight, you can, experience a whole bunch of different experiences on the land, some energetic work that I do, sound healing, but I just kind of like let it flow, because I know that I'm going to be guided to the things that each person needs. Definitely voice reclamation is a big thing for me and a big part of what I do. Yeah. When women reclaim their voice, and they reclaim so much in their life besides just their voice. It's just like reclaiming their voice in the world and everything.
So say
now,
more.
You also mentioned that you're going to be doing some traveling and not doing things just in Sedona, but maybe taking a musical on the road.
Exactly. Yes. The latest thing that I received like a download I got last June, was take all these liberation songs and all these songs about, showing up in the world as your authentic self, as well as all the things about leaving the things that were no longer in alignment with you, and create a one-woman musical. So I'm creating a one-woman musical. It's almost done. I'll be sharing it throughout Arizona. at many different places. Spirit of Yoga will be one of those places, and in people's homes. So I'm looking forward to people, hosting me. And especially if you're leaving anything that's not in alignment as far as culture goes, as far as religion, you're going to really relate to this.
Yeah.
My background is leaving a high demand religion. So a lot of people will be able to resonate with that. And then the next day or the same day, I'll also be doing workshops to unsilence women.
Okay.
And encouraging them to use their voice and just letting themselves liberate through healing their voice and then using their voice to heal.
So that's what I was going to ask you to say a little bit more on. So when you say, reclaiming your voice, liberating your voice, is that all through music, or is it through speaking? Like tell me a little bit more about what that actually means and what someone could expect to experience.
Right. So yes, there's lots of different aspects, which is why it ends up being like a long retreat, because we've got everything from sound and allowing sound to come through. There's vocal chakra toning, just where you clear the energy centers through your voice, but most of all, honoring what needs to come through your voice and coming back to your authentic sound, coming back to your guttural sounds. Again, the things that we've left that we say is weird or strange. I want every woman to feel that she can do what she feels in the moment and be able to let the sounds come out. It's amazing how healing that is. Scream release is a part of what I do as well.
Okay.
But teaching women, but then I also have the technical side as well, where I've taken many, many years of lessons at the university level and teaching technique and things like that. But first, let's get to the authentic voice. First, let's say hello to our unbridled voice inside. So I also do song circles in Sedona, called Song Alchemy, which really says what it is. Because when we get in those containers, we use our voices together, multi-layered songs and harmonies. A lot of them I've written, and then a lot of other beautiful songs that I just adore from other song leaders, and we get all together and sing together. There's such a power in that, and when we take words out of things as well, it's really powerful because we don't have the manipulation of words anymore. We're just dropping into our sound. We're dropping into just this divine container where we can just communicate.
Yeah, that sounds really powerful. I know that a lot of people right now are thinking about, 2025 and new beginnings and kind of what they want to manifest for this year. Can you maybe just share, for people that are curious about the kind of work that you do, what are some good places to start, or how would they best work with you if maybe they're not ready to dive into like a multi-day retreat, but they want to get a little bit of experience of what you do? Maybe just share some general help for women out there that might be struggling.
On reclaiming your voice.
Yeah.
Because I think that's such an important message that we all need to hear, is that reclaiming the voice.
Yeah. Reclaiming the voice would be more than actually, first we can start with feeling, if we want to clear some things out of our body, we can feel into where we're feeling something going on, maybe some dense energy, maybe some nervousness, a little bit, or what I'm feeling right now, and something that's out of balance or out of center, and we can allow that to form into some kind of a shape or some kind of a color. We can give it texture. We can kind of create this little, character or whatever that's in that area. So say I'm feeling some nervousness right now, and it's kind of like a scribble or something like that, and it's black, a little scribble black, and you imagine that. And then as you let the sound out, now you think of it as sound, and you let the sound out, and you imagine that dissolving, and that can help clear the energy. So that's one example of clearing the energy.
Great.
But I could make a sound if you want. How are you guys feeling? You want to make a sound?
Barbara's like, I don't know, do I?
What needs to come out of you right
Yeah.
now? That's what you need to give yourself permission for. It's for me, I'll be that I'm picturing like this, you know, release of this thing unraveling. And as crazy as it sounds, it's clearing the energy. And as soon as you are allowing this, and then you just let yourself go, you know, then you're going to feel like you've got a whole entire clear, you know, system. Like it's just everything shooting right through, and those blockages are gone suddenly.
Yeah. Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Well, please share how people can contact you, work with you, learn more about what you do. I think it's so important for women to understand that this is available to them and that they have somebody who can guide and support them through that process. Absolutely. So I would love to invite everybody to come see the musical Leaving, and and the workshops. It's called the Unsilent Tour. It's doing it's coming to see the musical. But then also the next day having the options to go to these workshops where you can experience the vocal alchemy that I do. And then do the song circles that are empowering songs with multi-layers that the women can sing together. And then, so the best way to probably find that would be on ColleenPorterMusic.com. And that will also connect you with like my song on Spotify called Permission to Be, which is a really empowering song for women. And there's many other songs coming out on Spotify as well. So check that out as well. I also have like a little healing lullaby that I could share with people too. That would be great. If you guys are open for that. Please, yeah. Okay. So at the end of my sound healings, I always share this song here. My songs are really all over the place, though. The ones you hear at the musical will be completely different than this, and they're more storytelling, but. Stay sovereign, sweet soul. That was really beautiful. Thank you so much, Colleen. That was.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
I teared up a little bit. I mentioned yesterday I've had a hard couple of days, and this has been really healing for me to hear. So thank you. Thank you. Thanks for giving your medicine. This is medicine here. You know what we're doing here. Thank you so much, Colleen, for being here. Thank you, Marshall, for dealing with a lot of women energy. please check out Colleen's website and her musical and the workshops. We're going to be right back after a break. I promise I will not, well, I can't promise I won't cry. I might cry.
Right. You know.
But we'll be right back after this break.